All right, you guys, so I wanted to do a video again today from the bank in this creek right here we're gonna go down to, but I wanted to talk about like a simple area that holds crappie on all creeks, and you can fish them from the bank, and honestly they fish better from the bank. It's just an easier deal, and I'm gonna kind of talk about it when we get down here to it, but it can be a crappie magnet. So especially in the winter, we've actually got some frost on the ground right here. It's pretty chilly, but that's good. I like that. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right coming creeking if it's not freezing cold. So let's get down here. I haven't been down here in, believe it or not, you guys, probably over 10 years. It's been a long time since I've been here. So let's see. I used to catch fish here, but I don't know if I still will, but we're gonna give it a shot. So let's get down here. Here we are. Oh, this brings back lots of memories, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of a little bit of backstory on this spot. I'm gonna start walking down. So this is one of the first places that I ever learned to creek crappie fish, and so I spent an absolute ton of time here over the years, sitting right here on these rocks. I think I have a video or two or picture or two of me doing that. I'll put that in there, but it's just kind of one of those spots that just brings back a lot of memories. So let's see if it's good to us. So this right here is a little rock outcropping right here. This is just a little bit of rock that sticks out when this creek gets flowing. It kind of eroded all the dirt away and it left all the sandstone. And so I'd say 95% of the time when you see rocks like this sticking out into the creek, there's deep water right in front of it, and that's exactly what we got here. So I'm gonna get kind of rigged up right here and hopefully drop straight in front of us right here and catch a few fish. Put on film for you guys. So this just brings back so many memories. I'm gonna use my my jigs as well, you guys, if you're interested. I'll leave a link for that. I have 8 colors, and just if you're interested, just shoot me a message or shoot me an email or a message on Facebook or anything like that. And on my Facebook page, I'll have that link. That is where you can see pictures and all that as well. So we're just going to use grapevine today to start with. Y'all bear with me, I gotta rig this rod up real quick. I think I broke off last time I used it. So alright, so like I said, I'm using my 10-foot diamond series. I will advise you guys, if you're gonna fish this, a long rod really helps. It just gives you just a little more reach to reach out there in deeper water. It's not necessary, but it definitely helps a lot. So let's see. Just kind of what you want to do is just kind of go all the way down to the bottom. Some shad flipping. Ooh, a little bump. Shad right there. Shad everywhere right here. Look at this. That quick, you guys. It just brings back memories. Now, this isn't no monster fish, but it's the first fish. Did not take long. Thanks so much for that bite. Oh, it's just so fun to come back to old places like this. See ya. Here she goes. Yes. And I was gonna say, this spot in particular is a little better in the morning. It just, that shade will kind of get a little more over top of all this, and it'll kind of just let them hang here a little longer. right, that was really awesome, you guys. I'm gonna actually go ahead and kind of turn y'all a little bit this way. There we go. Now I don't know how many, this can really, you know, it just kind of depends. Some days there's a lot here, some days there's only a few. But golly, there's a ton of shad out here, so I just kind of have a feeling there's some around here somewhere. It's a little deeper than I thought it would be. Shad. I'm gonna pitch out a little bit. There we go. This is why I like this 10-footer, because I can just reach so far out there. Look how far out there I am from the rocks. And there's probably going to be a little bit of a sweet spot, as always. There's probably going to be one little area that holds them more than others. And this right here is the reason these crappie are in these creeks. Look at the shad just constantly flipping right here. I really want to try and, now that I know there's a little bit of brush there, oh yeah, I feel it right here. I want to try and figure out where that brush is. I feel like that's going to be kind of a spot that they're going to kind of hang it on. There's a little bit of an edge right here to these rocks. You can feel it. And that's right where that fish was at, right in this brush too, because I'd felt it and then caught that fish. There's got to be more than that one, I would think. I'm gonna kind of just start walking around down this. You just got to cover it, because there could be one little spot that they're holding on. And that's it. That's how crappie are. Oh, there's one. Sweet. Golly, that fish hit it so hard. I'm not gonna keep any, but that's a keeper there for sure. But that's a good one. I'm gonna try and do a thumbnail real quick. All right, well, that was good. That was right in the same place too. That is not a coincidence. That one hammered it. I mean, I wasn't really expecting it to even bite it. Keep feeling like I hear stuff in the woods, but I don't know. So peaceful, you guys. I used to come out here all the time, just sit here on the rocks, jig off of here. I think the most I'd ever caught was like 15 keepers, if I remember correctly, but you usually always catch a few fish here. Ooh, man, that's some nasty brush right there. And definitely like this, it's not a surprise. Like I haven't felt any brush except right here in front of me. A lot of times when this current's coming down, there'll be brush, and this is a typical place right here too, upstream. So this brush probably got pushed up against these rocks right here, just like that little piece of brush, and just hung here. And that's another reason these little outcroppings like this can really produce fish. I was out here with my stepdad, and they were biting really good, but it was really nasty cold. It was funny, it was like just a cold front just came through. It was really cold and windy, but they were biting. I remember that day really well. Not but about 12-13 foot here, but it is plenty deep to hold some fish. Pitch it out down this little bank right here. See, maybe there's some more brush that's hung up right here. Got this drag cinched down just a little bit too much. There we go. I'm just gonna cast that out and just drag it. Just shad everywhere, just thousands of them. It's no surprise, like I said, these fish are here. I'd sit out here all day and I might catch 5 to like 7 keepers. Golly, you guys, I just loved being out. catching a fish was always a bonus. But I definitely wanted to catch fish, don't get me wrong. Oh, there's the brush. But I just didn't have a boat. So you really, when you don't have a boat, you really have to get creative. And this right here is one of those ways, you know, it made sense to me, and I started fishing it and started catching fish. And you can do the same at home. You just gotta really, you know, I see a lot that if you don't have a boat, you can't catch any fish. You can, you just have to get really creative. Fishing rock outcroppings like this, just jig and bobbering from the bank. There's ways to do it, you guys. You don't need a boat. You don't even need a kayak for that matter this time of year. Does it make it easier? Yes, but do you need it? No. Little one. It makes it easier for sure, but you do not need it. Grapevine's doing pretty good. Small fish, but I will take it. I'll let this one go down here all real fancy like. See ya. White crappie today too. I mean, we might catch a couple black crappie, but this for sure is a white crappie deal right here. This one was way on this side, which is interesting. But again, around that brush. See if that one will come back. It didn't feel very big, but, and it's funny, I remember too, like I would just be sitting here like looking off in the woods, and fish would come and just hammer this, and just I do remember that, kind of like that second to last one did. That was definitely a bite, but it didn't come back for it. I dropped it right where I got bit. Trying to pitch out past what I think is where that brush is, and just kind of drag it into it, just let it fall. You don't have to move this jig a whole lot. This jig has got a lot of action on the tail, and so less is more. Some really good brush right here. Like I can feel how it's solid. Like it's not, I want to say the lake was low when I did this last time, so I want to say the last time I was here all this was out of water too, which obviously the lake's higher than that now. And so another tip I do, you guys, is I'll kind of let it sit for a second and then I'll come back, and a lot of times there'll be another one or two in that spot where you just caught some. This 10-foot Diamond Series is just perfect for this. Just makes it so easy to just drop out there, and then there's some brush here, so I can really kind of put it on these fish and get them out of that brush. This is for sure one of those things you just got to be really thorough, you know, because you can only fish right here, right? So you just want to make sure that you fish it real thoroughly. You definitely kind of just, I mean, this is the only piece of brush I think that's here. So you just want to really make sure you don't leave any fish, not, you know, you haven't put, make sure you put a jig in front of every fish, hopefully. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do right here, just trying to drop it down in between every single limb. See, the brush is still right here, so we're still in the zone. Ooh, might have been a little bitty bite right there. And like I said, you guys, you can come out here tomorrow and just catch a limit. You know, you really never know with this kind of thing. This right here is just, I definitely think early in the morning you'll probably do a little better. But my sleep schedule is not going to allow me to get up that early, so this is when we can do it. But you can see still catching some fish, or again in the evening, I bet. There's another one, a little one, but it's a fish nonetheless. A little crappie. Hey, from the bank, I will take it. Any bite from the bank is a good bite. It's so funny. So 3 of the 4 bites have been soft, and what I mean by that is I just lift up and there's weight. They're not, the only that bigger one was the only one that actually thumped it. So it's interesting. And then that one I missed, I guess. I think these GoPros, look at the shad right here. Man, there's so much bait in this creek right now. All right, so this is the only keeper I caught. I strung it up just because I wasn't sure, but we're gonna let him go. I'm not gonna keep him. We're gonna let him go, or her. Go. Can't believe the fish is just stunned. Yeah, watch. That's pretty funny. Sometimes these fish get stunned like that, but you just reach out with it, mess with it a little bit, and it'll take off. See? There they go. All right, y'all, so that's gonna do it. Looks like the bite's kind of slowed down a little bit. I didn't really have high expectations for this trip, but I figured I wanted to get out here and at least, you know, try to put a little something together for y'all. So hope y'all enjoyed this. Rock outcroppings like this, again, are crappie magnets in the creeks, you guys. So if you know of any and you can get to them from the bank, you can really catch some fish. And you never know, come back out here tomorrow, might catch a limit. Get out here early, you never know. So, you know, take this with a grain of salt. It wasn't, you know, super fast, but it can be. So hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell, that way every time I post you guys get notified. And thanks so much for all the support. I have a lot of ways to support me. Lake breakdowns and DFW jigs. I sell jigs. If you're interested, just shoot me an email. And yeah, thank you all so much for the support, and we'll catch you guys on the water or on the creek bank. See ya.